The abortion debate asks whether it can be morally right to terminate a pregnancy before normal childbirth. Some people think that abortion is always wrong. Some think that abortion is right when the mother's life is at risk. Others think that there is a range of circumstances in which abortion is morally acceptable. The abortion debate deals with the rights and wrongs of deliberately ending a pregnancy before normal childbirth, killing the fetus in the process. An abortion is a very painful topic for women and men who find themselves facing the moral dilemma of whether or not to terminate a pregnancy. It's one of the most polarizing moral issues. Most people are in one side or the other way. Very few are undecided. The primary questions are: is abortion morally wrong? Should abortion be legally accepted or it should be declared illegal? The secondary questions are: those who questions don't end the debate. If we conclude that abortion is not morally wrong, that doesn't mean it's right to have an abortion. We need to ask whether having an abortion is best thing to do in each particular case. If we can conclude that abortion is morally wrong, that doesn't mean that it is always impermissible to have an abortion. We need to ask whether having an abortion is less wrong than the alternative. Some societies ban abortion almost completely, while others permit it in certain cases. Such societies usually lay down a maximum age after which the fetus must not be aborted, regardless of circumstances. At various times, some of the following have been allowed in some societies: abortion for the sake of mother's health, including her mental health; abortion where a pregnancy is a result of a crime such as rape, child abuse, or incest; abortion where the child of the pregnancy would have an unacceptable quality of life, such as case where the child would have serious physical handicaps, genetic problems, and mental defects. There are some social reasons by which the abortion is being judged and being favored, such as poverty, mothers unable to cope with one more child, and there are abortions as a result of government policy, as a way of regulating population size, as a way of regulating groups within a population. Most opponents of abortion agree that abortion for the sake of mother's health can be morally acceptable if there is a real risk of serious damage to the mother. Abortion for social reason is usually less acceptable to opponents. One secular argument is not concerned with the right of fetus, but with whether law and morality have any business interfering in the matter at all. Some people argue that certain decisions should be reserved for private lives of individual members of the society. They say that moral theorists and lawmakers should not interfere. The argument is often applied to abortion and say that the decision should be left to the woman who is considering for an abortion. But the argument is seriously flawed. The reason some activists are said to fall into the private category is that they don't harm anyone. And one of the biggest questions about abortion is just that: is the fetus a person? So although the privacy argument may should attractive, it merely distances us from the ethical argument, but eventually brings us back to the problem of rights of the fetus. Let's talk about father's rights. The abortion issue is largely devoted to dealing with the rights of the fetus and the mother. The rights and concerns of the father are rarely discussed. The most common case concerning our fathers and abortion is when father wants the mother to have an abortion and she doesn't. But sometimes the mother wants an abortion, the father wants her to have the baby. Is an abortion over morally wrong because it transgresses the father's rights? There are several instances where court has intervened. In 2002, a new Chinese law put a man's right to have a child on an equal footing with the right of his wife, and a man has sued his wife for infringing that right by having an abortion. American courts have consistently decided that a woman's right to an abortion can be voted by a husband, partner, or ex-boyfriend, and also that a woman doesn't have to notify the father that she intends to have an abortion. in 1987 and 2001 men attempted in UK courts to prevent their former partners having abortions. They failed. Harm to the father. Father's rights have not been much discussed. However, the philosopher George W. Harris has put forward an idea that there are circumstances under which a woman's decision to have an abortion would be morally wrong because it would harm to the father. It's been said by Adam A. Broad, a woman can legally deprive a man of his right to become a parent or force him to become one against his being. The right to life is the first among human rights, said by Pope Francis. But some philosophers argue that the right to life is an ambiguous phrase. They say that it combines two different ideas and that is useful to separate them. The right not to be killed unjustly, the right to be provided with everything needed to be sustained life. These are very different ideas. In last 20-30 years, India has killed at least 30 to 40 lakhs fetus. The reasons could be different. The reasons are various. There were girl child abortions. There were abortions for no reason. There were abortions for poverty. There were some justified reasons where mother's health were concerned. Though in present days it has been seen that the number of abortions is dropping in India, and the Supreme Court has also allowed abortion up to 24 weeks. But is it really the fact? The dropping numbers in abortions has seen a 6.4 lakh abortions in 12,510 institutions in 2008 still. Globally, there are an estimated 76 million unwanted pregnancies each year. The annual number of abortions in Asia fell slightly between 1995 and 2015, 26.8 million to 25.9 million. In Eastern Asia, 10 million were aborted. In South Central Asia, 9.6 million were aborted. About 16 million were safe and 10 million were at unsafe procedures, and these are what international reports have said. One of the first issues that need clarifying when thinking about the abortion is the idea of what we mean when we talk about human life. When people talk about human life, they may mean a member of biological human species having the human genetic code, but they may mean something very different. A being that possesses certain human characteristics in addition to the human genetic code. Characteristics often suggest might be the ability to think, to imagine, to communicate. But the list of characteristics put forward may be designed to limit the definition of human in the way speakers want. A being that is moral person, that is one of the rights and probably duties too. And the time at which fetus gets the right to life because it's achieved the relevant of characteristics can vary from moment of conception to the time the baby is born. In fact, for some of the philosophers, very young babies don't really qualify as having earned the right to life by possessing the right characteristic. Fortunately for young children, these philosophers concede that young babies do have the right to life as a result of tradition and law instinct. Moral certainty is intellectual immorality by K. The Joshi. The philosopher Red Lockhart has come up with a practical solution for dealing with moral problems that can be used to decide whether or not to abort fetus. Lockhart suggests that we should perform actions that we are maximally confident and morally permissible. Translated into ordinary language, this says that where we have to make a moral choice, we should take the course of action that we are most confident is morally correct. For example, a mother believes that on balance it is morally permissible to abort the fetus she is carrying because she takes so that it will have a serious disability. The mother believes that she could take the course of action that she is more certain is morally correct. She is certain that it is always morally permissible not to abort a fetus, since she has some doubts as to whether an abortion in case of morally permissible. she should not have the abortion. In most of the cases, a person who follows this doctrine is likely to decide against having an abortion